Her name was Leona Kim, visionary architect, darling of design magazines, synesthete. To her, sound was color. A violin could bleed violet. A scream could spill scarlet. She thought she understood buildings until this one. A letter arrived, thick paper, wax seal, no return address, only a signature. The House of Calderon requests your vision. Calderon, a name erased from city maps, a mansion no one remembered building, an estate that stood just past the edge of anywhere. She went. The gate opened by itself. The house stood like a cathedral made of secrets. Victorian bones, Gothic skin. Ivy strangled the walls. Windows blinked with stained glass eyes. And the front door, it sighed when she touched it. Inside, the air was syrupy. Dust floated like ash. But what struck Leona first was the sound. A note, barely audible, vibrating the floorboards. And in her mind, it bloomed red. Not any red, blood red. Thick, pulsing, familiar. She stepped forward. Every plank beneath her foot hummed in a different tone. Each room, a different hue. The parlor sang in rust. The ballroom in clotted cherry. The basement was silent. And silence to Leona was black. The house showed her the first murder on the third night. She was sketching. Her pencil traced lines on parchment. But the blueprint, it changed. By itself. Blood ink appeared, not from her pen, but from within the paper. A trap door in the east wing. She followed it, found bones, teeth, and a wedding ring still tight on a rotted finger. She called the client. No answer. She called the police. They couldn't find the mansion. Each day the house fed her another note, another chord, another murder. It didn't want to scare her. It wanted to teach her. It wanted to show her everything it had ever witnessed, and worse, everything it was planning. She tried to leave, but the gates, gone. Her car, dismantled, like fingers peeled from bone. And then came the voice, not hers, not human. It echoed through the copper pipes and cracked walls. The mansion pulsed like a heart. Blueprints rewrote themselves at night. Rooms shifted. Walls moved. One corridor led nowhere. Then to a room full of mirrors. Each mirror showed her. Dead. Hanged. Stabbed. Buried alive. But the house didn't want her dead. It wanted her devotion. Leona stopped eating, stopped sleeping. All she did was draw. Blueprints of impossible wings, staircases to nowhere, windows that only opened inwards. And the more she drew, the more it sang. Her sketches became rituals. The notes turned redder, deeper, until they weren't notes. They were names, victims, dozens, hundreds, murdered by the house, with the help of its architects. She wasn't the first, but she could be the last. She made a plan, a reverse blueprint, a death trap, a design to fold the mansion in on itself, to erase it. She lured it in, gave it beauty, symmetry, promised it a throne made of mahogany and bone. And when the final line was drawn, she burned the blueprints. The house howled, not in sound, but in color. An eruption of every blood tone she'd ever known. The parlor collapsed, the ballroom caved, the basement opened. She ran, crawled through dirt, blood, screaming floors and crying chandeliers. She burst into daylight, alone, safe. But when she looked down, her hand was still drawing. The mansion was inside her now, and the paper wasn't paper anymore. It bled,